when did this chart come? Like what year?
I have no clue.
So these are things you got to study, because a lot of people say they studied this chart, but they don't even know the breakdown of this.
Right.
They don't understand how we break this down. You understand what I'm saying, brother? So how can you say something is false? Get the until you hear the whole conclusion of the matter. You know what I want? It's Iraq. Somebody get that. Whoever get it first.
Before you go further, I believe the Israelites. I believe it's Charles.
I got you. Yeah. I've met a lot of people like that. There's a whole congregation, and I love these brothers. True Nation, out in Cali. They know they're Israelites. They, they have origins of One West, but they don't teach the chart. I don't got no problem with it. But a lot of people don't understand what this is. This is in the scriptures. Where am I going? Where you think?
I think you're gonna break down Jacob's kids.
I don't have to go there to break this down. This is all throughout the scriptures. And most importantly, this is throughout archaeology. This is throughout history. And we could talk about it, right?
So until that tribe had like the Limba tribe, the Ashanti tribe.
No, but this is the thing, brother, right? This is only dealing with the Western Hemisphere. This isn't talking about the East. See, us as Israelites, we know the Lemba, the Ashanti, the Fulanis, the Bantus. You got the Sidis tribe in India, right down India? The Sidis over there. You got the Adas in the mountains of the Philippines. You got the Manais in the jungles of what's that country, brother? Cambodia, right? So we know we're scattered abroad, but we're not living over there. You understand? So if an African comes up, I'm not just gonna say, because some camps might. So that might be like, why are you saying certain things? But I can't speak for nobody else. I don't need to speak for Rum the dog or Barty. Us. You understand? So if an African comes up here, I'm gonna ask him, okay, where you from? What country in Africa? He might say, oh, Nigeria. Okay, what tribe? Yoruba. Oh, you might be an Israelite, brother. Because the Yoruba tribe had Israelite customs. The Igbos, right? So we're gonna build with that. And guess what? I can tell them their tribes as well. Because amongst the Igbos, they practice a high amount of Levitical priesthood. So they would be the Levitical priesthood. And guess where the Igbos went primarily? Louisiana and Haiti and Trinidad. So those are Levites, right?
So why not add those? You know all those information. Or I believe in the same information. Why not add that to the chart?
Because we're only dealing with the Western Hemisphere. But if you come and sit in class, that's the thing. If you come and sit in class, we'll explain all these things. Yo, why you not here? I need somebody. Yo, Siraj, come over here. Never leave this side empty. Go on. So it's because this sign is particularly dealing with the Western Hemisphere, because that's where we live. So we're identifying the tribes out here in the Western Hemisphere. You understand that? So what about this chart would you say you don't agree with?
All the chart breakdowns, I never see what you just said. I never see the Ashanti tribe, I never see the Igbo tribe, I never see the Igbo tribe. And Igbo literally means Igbo. Like, so
Literally.
Literally. So
Right. It's just because a lot of people.
I see brothers dogging them out. They talking to me.
He might be your brother. See, we get Romans 8 and 16. Yeah, Romans 8 and 16. You get Ezekiel 37. You get Ezekiel 37.
The book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness.
The Spirit itself beareth witness, because guess what? Not every Mexican is Issachar. You understand that? Not every Jamaican. And it's according to the seed line of your father. Thus saith the Holy Bible. But the way we understand it the most is through the Spirit. It's a spiritual thing. Read it again.
The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
That we are the children of God. So if an African comes up here, I'm going to try his spirit by the Spirit. We have a brother in Seattle who's learning under us. He's Nigerian, he's Yoruba. You understand? And he's learning under us. Getting the breakdowns, all of that. So we not just the camp that be like, you from Africa, you a Hamite. You gotta try the Spirit by the Spirit. That's like Blake Griffin's kids walking up here, right? And I'm like, Edomite. I'm gonna say, where you from? What's your nationality? Where your father's from? I don't go off by look. We don't suffer colorism up here. A lot of people do. You got that in Ezekiel? Ezekiel 37. 37:15.
This is Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 15. The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah.
So take one stick and write upon it for Judah. In the Hebrew, what does stick mean? No, not in this context. It means a plank. So it's a flat piece of wood, right? And he's writing the tribes of Judah. Who's the tribes of Judah? Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Read.
And write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel.
And for the children of Israel, which are the northern kingdom. Read.
His companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
So take these plank and take this plank and write the tribes. Read.
And join them one to another and to one stick.
Join them one to another onto one stick. That is this. Because it is a plank. It's a flat piece of wood. So the Lord's saying, write the tribes, write these tribes, and join them together. Read.
And they shall become one in thy hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee.
And the children of our people is going to speak unto us. Israelites is going to come up to us and be like, yo.
Saying, wilt thou not show us what thou meanest by these?
So what do you mean by this? You just did that. You just fulfilled prophecy. What you mean by that, brother? I don't understand it. I don't get it. Because a lot of people really don't understand it. And I'm going to be 100% with you. Some people don't know how to break this down correctly. They don't. They become parrots instead of doing diligent research themselves. You know what I'm saying, brother? Read.
Say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, in the tribe of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, to make them one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And the stick whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes.
And the plank thereon, the stick thereon, which is a plank in Hebrew, is going to be within our hands before their eyes.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Why the Hittite? 1 Samuel chapter 12.
Yes, sir.
Why the Hittite is a part of the nation but he's a Hittite.
He's a servant. There's hierarchy in the kingdom. See, there's gonna be other nations in the kingdom.
So will Uriah be saved?
No, because there's
Fighting for Israel?
I'm gonna explain. Salvation is defined in the Bible. So, will Uriah most likely be in the kingdom? Probably doing what he did in his past life? 9 times out of 10, yeah. But judgment has to come onto the nation. For instance, Daniel was a righteous man, right? But Daniel was in where? He was in captivity. Why? Because the nation was wicked. So the Lord has to judge by nation. Get Jeremiah 30 and 16. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Hold that.
So why
Hold
does
this.
the Lord punish
I'm going to show you, brother. I'm going to show you.
severely? for Uriah?
Say it again.
Why did the Lord punish David so severely for Uriah?
It wasn't for Uriah. It was because of adultery.
So you don't think
It wasn't for Uriah. It was because how he broke the law. You understand? See, like once again, other nations are going to be in the kingdom, but there's a hierarchy. And before they can reap the benefits of the kingdom, the nations have to go through their judgment.
you believe he murdered Uriah, right?
Yes.
So you don't think that he was punished for murdering Uriah?
He was punished for adultery and murder. If he would have murdered anybody, he was going to get punished for it. It's not because he was Uriah. You understand what I'm saying, brother? It's because of the act and the sin that was within him. But hold on, let me read something. Read that. Read.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
So all they that devour thee shall be devoured. Get 1 Maccabees 2 and 20. I mean 2 and 10. Read.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them shall...
All the adversaries, every one of them. Read.
shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
See that? So the Lord is going to judge these nations, brother. Just as he judged Israel, whether you were righteous or wicked. Everybody had to face the judgment. Read that.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 10. What nation hath not had a part in her kingdom?
So what nation hasn't had a part of the Lord's kingdom? Go ahead.
And God never spoils.
Gotten of the Lord's spoils of the children of Israel. So all nations have reaped the benefits of robbing us, murdering us. You understand that? So they gotta pay. I saw it, brother. They gotta pay.
Explain Revelation 5:9.
No problem.
5:9 and 10.
No problem.
See what you think.
No problem.
This is Revelations.
What does verse 8 say? Because 8 is what's going to kill it all. Get Psalms 50 and 5. You get Psalms 148. I'm going to show you, brother. Yeah?
This is
Matter
Revelation.
of fact, let's read 9 first.
Chapter 5, verse 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to God by the blood of every kindred and tongue and people and nation, and hast made us unto our God king and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
What does that mean? Why did it say every kindred, tongue, and nation? What is it?
Because we're scattered across the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
And we were also called under the name of other nations. Right? We were also called heathen. You agree with that?
Yes.
All right, cool. Hold on. Go back. Where you going? Verse 8.
Verse 8, and when he had taken the book, the four beasts,
This is the context of that scripture. Because what's at the end of that scripture? It's going to say something that's pivotal and vital to the very next verse. Read.
and 24 elders fell down before the Lamb, having every one of them harps and golden vials full of odors, which are the prayers of saints.
The prayers of what?
Prayers of saints.
Who are the saints?
The righteous. The ones that keep the
What does the
commandments
Bible
and
say the saints are?
the righteous.
Where's that?
He that keepeth the commandments of God and the testimonies
But where does it say that the righteous are the
of
saints?
Revelation 14:6.
Okay, let's go there. Read.
This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 6. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven,
Is saints in this verse? You sure? It's not. Read.
having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God and give glory to him, for the honor of his judgment is come.
It doesn't say that there, brother.
So you don't believe the saints are bringing out that verse?
No, the saints are. But who are the saints?
Those that believe
Read.
the testimony of the commandments.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
Who did that?
Who did that? Israel and those that believe in the
No.
those that
Where
believe
does it say that in the Bible?
commandments of God.
Where does it say that in the Bible?
Numbers 15:15.
Numbers 15:15. Let's go. You read that.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 148 and verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye
So
the
who's
Lord.
the saints?
Israel and those that believe in the commandments.
All right. Oh, that's going to say this in Numbers 15:15? All right.
This is Numbers chapter 15, verse 15. One ordinance shall be both for you of the congregation, and also for the stranger.
Pull up the Strongs. Oh, brother, you could do that. We were strangers.
Not there. Not there.
There's something,
Not there.
there's something you got to realize. The Lord speaks past, present, future.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree with that, but not there.
Okay. Okay. Good. Oh, read the verse.
This is Numbers chapter 15, verse 15. One ordinance shall be both for you of the congregation, and also for the stranger that sojourneth with you, an ordinance forever in your generations. As ye are, so shall the stranger be before the Lord.
Okay. I got one question. Where does it say the saints are the strangers or of the other nations? Because because it says the covenant was made by sacrifice. Only Israel had the blood sprinkled upon them with the book. 1. 2. The word for stranger here is what?
Gar.
What?
Gar.
What does that mean? It's gayar, right? In the modern Hebrew, it would be gar, right?
Maybe this is one a little bit better. You need
Oh, no, wait.
26.
Wait, you gotta wait, brother. You gotta deal with this first. Don't run. Don't run. Because what if I show you in the law the difference between a heathen and an Israelite?
There is definitely was.
So what's the difference?
Wrong.
What's the difference?
Israel is the chosen people. Wrong. That's the exact verse.
It's the same Hebrew word in that verse. It doesn't make a difference. Let me show you
But
something.
if you go to Leviticus 18:26,
That's where he's at.
they'll explain this a little bit better.
That's where he's at. Read it.
Leviticus 18 and 26. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you.
What's the point?
Were there strangers that believed?
It's a few, once again, past, present, future. There are laws that were codified for future context. The same thing goes in Exodus 12 with the Passover. It was also for future context.
There were none.
You understand?
That left with Moses.
Yeah, and they all died in the wilderness.
And long with wicked
They
Israelites.
all, yeah, but all of the strangers died in the wilderness. All of the heathen died in the wilderness. Every single one of them. Get Leviticus 25. I'll show you the difference. You got Leviticus 25? Read.
If any brother,
Any what?
if any brother,
Any what?
brother be waxen poor,
So if any brother be waxing poor, read,
and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt receive him, yea, though he be a stranger.
though he be a what?
A stranger.
Though he be a what?
A stranger.
So, who's this talking about?
Brothers that you're not familiar with. It's very clear.
Which is an Israelite.
There's two different
Jump down, I'm gonna show you. There is two different strangers. You're right, but it's context. Jump down to verse 43.
Verse 43.
That's what I want. Yep. Okay.
Verse 43. Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shalt fear thy God.
So you shouldn't rule over the children of Israel with rigor, but you shall fear thy God. Can you rule over the other nations with rigor?
At that point in time, he was saying that not to rule over your brother, like your kin, your people.
With rigor. But can you rule over the other nations with rigor?
I don't know
Read.
the document. I'm not sure.
Verse 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you, and of them ye shall buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession.
They shall be what?
Your possession.
They shall be what?
Your possession.
So yes, you had other nations. Yeah, these strangers you rule over with rigor. No, it's not just war. That's not in the context. These are people. He's saying you can buy bondmen and bondmaids from the heathen that are round about you, and you can rule over them, and they shall be your possession. See, a Hebrew servant, they work for 7 years, and if they want to be free to go, you have to give them riches so they can go, right? And you have to give them things so then they can live in a wealthy way. Guess what about the heathen? You don't have to let them go. They're our possession. Get Isaiah 54:5, and then I'm gonna let you talk. All right, brother? Cool? You understand though? All right, all praises. Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 5. For thy maker is thine husband.
See? Oh, 3.
Verse 3. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles.
And thy what?
And thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles.
And thy what?
Seed shall inherit the Gentiles and make the desolate cities to be inhabited.
So there's a hierarchy, brother. Right? Yes, they will be amongst the kingdom, just as we're in their kingdom. This is the Gentiles' kingdom, brother. And we're here, but we are the lower class of society. Though we are waking up, coming back to our laws, coming back to the commandments, and breathing life into the valley of dry bones. But in the kingdom to come, there has to be a judgment for everything they've done. We have to rule over them with rigor. And then we're going to be good and peachy creamy. You understand that, brother?
Give me a little bit of 17. You see what you think about that.
No problem. Yeah.
This is Leviticus chapter 17, verse 10. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the stranger that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood, and will cut him off from among his people.
What's the point?
My question is, why is the Most High holding the stranger or the foreigner at the same level with the
No, he's not.
I mean,
This is why. If an animal dies of itself, can I sell it to an Israelite? But if an animal dies of itself, can I sell it to a heathen?
I'm not sure.
Bring it up. Bring it up. That's what you got to understand, brother. There's no, how can you say they're a holy people, chosen, but then they're equal to Israelites?
They were held to the same law.
Oh, no, that's true to a certain extent. To a certain extent. But they're
Like here, we're held to the same
no, that's true to a, now that you're saying it, I get it. That's true to a certain extent, brother. But there are different laws for Israelites and heathens. We just showed that in Leviticus 25. A Hebrew servant has to go free after 7 years. A servant of another nation, I got you for life, my mans. And when you got kids, they're mine too. And when they have kids, and I pass it down for an inheritance. That's the law. So there's no equality. How can there be equality there? Yeah, hold that. You understand? You got it? Read.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 21. Yea, shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself.
So what?
Shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself. Thou shalt give it unto the stranger.
Unto the what?
Thou shalt give it unto the stranger.
So you can't, an Israelite can't eat something that dies of itself, but a heathen can. You could give it on to them. You understand, brother?
I got better understanding.
Get Isaiah, say it again?
I got better understanding.
Con. Get Isaiah 63 and 19.
All praises.
You get, real quick, get 2nd Ezra chapter 3. I be wishing my beard grow like that, man. My joint patchy and all that. You gonna got one?
I don't got it.
It's lockier, man. Yeah, hold that. 3, and we're gonna go to 36. All right, so hold that.
Oh,
Yeah.
this Isaiah chapter 63, verse 19. We are thine.
So we are the Lord's. The Israelites, read.
We are thine. Thou never bearest rule over them.
The Lord never bears rule over the other nations. He don't care about them. He don't. He deals with us solely. Read that.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 3 and verse 36. Thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts.
So Israel by name has kept the Lord's precepts, meaning commandments. Read.
But not the heathen.
But what?
But not the heathen.
But the heathen never kept them.
So this is a good question.
Yes, sir.
In Numbers chapter 12, verse 1,
Yes, sir.
Moses married a Cushite.
Yes, sir.
Ethiopian.
Yes, sir.
She keeps the commandments, the laws,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Why was Moses allowed to marry a heathen?
Who said we can't be with a heathen?
That's what you're saying.
See, it's not expedient, but the Lord gave a specific nation. Don't marry these Canaanites. So it's not, see, I don't encourage my brother to go with a white woman because that's the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand that? That's just a fact. But if the brother has a white woman, she just can't come to class. It's that simple. That's it. But guess what? I'm not going to tell you divorce her. I'm not going to tell you treat her wrong because at the end of the day, that's your woman. You understand that? But she has to yield to the rules of your household. You understand?
But Cushites are descendants from Canaan.
From Canaan?
Yeah, the Cushites.
Show me that.
Mizraim, all of that. All that
From
comes from
Canaan?
Ham, the line of Ham.
The Lord said don't marry Canaanites. You understand him? That's in Deuteronomy 7. You want to read it?
I know exactly.
Okay.
So, but you're saying that if a brother wants to, he can marry a heathen.
It's not expedient. I'm going to tell them not to because it's not wise. It's not wise to do that. But if a brother does it, then don't bring her around. What you do behind your house home, that's the wife you chose, that's the woman you lay with, cool. Just like if you come to the truth, right? What we call it, the way. That's a better way to explain it. When you come to the way and you have a white woman or a woman of another nation, I'm not gonna be like, divorce her, brother. That's off as hell. You know what I'm saying? That's off.
You gonna bring her around.
Just don't. She can't come to the Kanye. You know what I'm saying? She can't come amongst us. That's it. Any other questions?
I do. Revelation 7:9. I want some
You get 2nd Ezra chapter 3 verse 16. You get 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 42. Y'all know what I want, man. It's another day. This is another day in the park, man. All praises. I'm glad you think that. It's beautiful. It's always beautiful to discuss scriptures. We've been doing this for thousands of years. You know what I'm saying?
We're at the city gates right now.
And that's a fact, brother. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy this, especially with somebody who's not hostile, and I can look in their spirit and see that you're genuine. Even though you might not believe or think everything, what I'm saying is true, you got a genuine spirit. And I enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? It's better, y'all wrong. Look, get the hell out of here, man. That's when I start cutting you up. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the spirit you came in, brother. Sincerely. You got that? Let's read his verse first.
This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 9.
Bring it out.
After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, with no man could number.
A great multitude, right? That no man can number, right? Read.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 3 and verse 6.
Hey, I want you on this side. All right? I want you on this side, brother. Doing that same laugh to somebody else that walks by, man. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra, chapter 3 and 16. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau.
Ooh, okay.
As for Jacob,
Go ahead.
thou didst choose him to thee and... Sorry.
Come on, man. Go ahead.
Choose him to thee and put by Esau.
And so he chose Jacob and he put away Esau. Right?
And so Jacob became a great multitude.
Great what?
A great multitude.
A great what?
A great multitude.
A great multitude. Get Genesis 35 and 11. You like that one, right? He liked that one. He liked it. Yeah, that was good. Which one?
All praises.
Okay, Con.
My elbow's sweating.
So you see that, right? He made, I like this guy, yo. He made Israel a great multitude, right? Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 35 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
And God said unto him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply, a nation and a company of nations.
A what?
A nation and a company of nations.
A what?
A nation and a company of nations.
Who is this talking about?
Chosen people. Chosen program.
Read it again.
And God said unto him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee.
Shall be of thee.
And kings shall come out of thy loins.
King shall come out of thy loins. That goes back to your king. That goes back to your kings and precept, right? Go ahead.
And the land which I gave,
And the what?
and the land which I gave.
Who's the lamb, brother? What is this a foreshadowing of things to come? Yahweh Shai. Right?
In the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee I will give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land.
Back to Revelation 7 and 9.
This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 9.
Dang.
Bible different.
After this I beheld,
So after this, he beheld.
and lo, a great multitude.
And we see that the great multitude was what? Those with Israelites, brother.
Those are commandments.
Those are
And
Israelites.
Israelites first, and
It
those-
sound pretty. It sound cute.
And those
Go
are
ahead.
commandments.
Which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes.
Clothed with what?
Clothed with white robes.
Clothed with what?
Clothed with white robes.
Get the precept. It's in
Isaiah 56:3.
Oh, you don't want to go to Isaiah 3.
56 verse 3.
No, we're gonna go to verse 1. All right, brother, you don't want to go there. I should send you a link. You just need to come to class. One second, brother. It's a big book. You know? I used to be a lot quicker. I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? I be
Need rest too.
kids. I got kids.
Sleep.
Dragons. Don't show it. It's dragons. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Listen to this, right? The white robes, right? They shall be clothed in white robes, right? Read.
This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 8. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white. For the fine linen is the righteousness of saints.
The what?
Righteousness of saints.
Who's the saints, brother?
The nation of Israel and
Thank you. Nah, you keep
Yeah,
adding it. You keep adding it, brother. You just don't want to let go of the white man. You just want to hold him. Let that nigga go,
I'm
man.
not worried about the white man. I'm worried about the other non I should say.
But wouldn't that have to include the white man?
Huh?
Wouldn't that have to include the white man?
You know, we got Cushites out there that we got.
No, they're not. The Bible just said the heathen have not kept thy precepts.
There's races. I bet a lot
The
of
Bible
races,
just
you know,
said the heathen has not kept thy precepts. Call every man a liar, but God true. You understand that? Read that in 2nd Ezra. Start at
verse 40.
40. Yep.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 2 and verse 40.
This is the same vision that John is seeing. You understand that? Read.
Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine
Look at his face.
that are
Put the camera on his face. Put the camera on his face. Ah, you being nice? Put the I'm messing with you, bro. I'm messing with you. Good.
O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white.
Which that are clothed in what?
Clothed in white.
Didn't that say white robes? It says Zion right here, right? Okay. Read.
Take thy number, O Zion, and shut up those of thine that are clothed in white, which have fulfilled the law of the Lord.
Which have fulfilled what?
The law of the Lord. The number of thy children, whom thou longest for, is fulfilled. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning,
From the what?
from the beginning,
Go ahead.
may be hallowed.
Maybe what?
May be hallowed.
Read.
I, Esther, saw upon the Mount of Zion a great people,
A great people.
whom I could not number,
Who I could not what?
whom I could not number,
Who I could not what?
whom I could not
They're
number.
all Israelites, right? Read.
And they all praised the Lord with songs.
They all praise the Lord with what?
With
They
songs.
didn't say, I will sing you a new song. Read. Come on, brother. Just come home.
And in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature,
There was a young man of high stature. Who's the young man of high stature? That's Yahweh Shai. That's Christ. Yeah?
taller than all the rest.
Uh-huh.
And upon every one of their heads, he set crowns.
That's those kings and priests. Who's the nation of kings and priests, according to Exodus? Okay, but the one you brought out earlier said the great multitude and the nations and the kindreds and tongues were kings and priests. Who's the kings and priests?
Israelites and those.
Come on, yo, let go. Yo, let go of Kush, man. Let go of these damn Ethiopians. It's because you live around these damn stinking Ethiopians, man. Let go of these people, man. It's okay to do a little business with them. You don't gotta be an asshole. You can be cool, but when it comes to this, it's for your people, brother.
That's right.
Think about Isaiah 56.
I'm not done. I know you got obliterated with anything else, brother. All right? Isaiah 56 not gonna be pretty. For this one, I'm pulling out my phone. Who got my phone? Damn, my notes is on there. Hold on. You got my notes? You're a righteous man. Go ahead.
Taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of God. Now are they crowned and receive palms.
Hold on, receive what?
Receive palms.
Didn't it say that? In Isaiah 7 and 9?
It does say
What is it talking about here? Are these Israelites?
yes. And those that keep
Show me the other ones in there. Nah, bro, I'm not gonna let you keep running. Show me no. Show me the other ones in there, brother.
You gotta go to Isaiah 56. I think Isaiah 56.
Can you concede and say you were wrong?
After you explain the Isaiah 56, I'm almost done.
Go to Isaiah
Got me
56.
right
This is
there.
Isaiah chapter 56, verse 1. Thus said he just not giving up on the heathen, man.
He said, you got an Ethiopian wife or something, brother?
No, bro.
You want one? You courting one? You know we got a joke, brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Thus said the
Matter
Lord.
of fact, let's go to where he wants to go first. Where you want to go?
Isaiah 56, start at verse 3, go down to 8.
Hold on, damn. 5 verses? I'm messing with you, bro. I'm messing with you.
This Isaiah
You're gonna cut yourself. You know that, right? Hey, what the brother said, say that again?
Hey, better you than me.
Better you than us,
Gotta
man.
follow the commandments.
you know? Yeah.
This Isaiah chapter 56.
Hey, man, it's a beautiful. Listen, we had a harsh day out here. We was arguing with some stinking Ethiopian. We got some homosexual with open-toe sandals, some Aladdin pants and pink nails and all that, cursing us out. And the day's ending with this conversation. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah.
This Isaiah chapter 56, verse 3.
Bring it out.
Neither let the son of the stranger,
Son of the what?
the son of the stranger that hath joined himself to the Lord, speak saying, the Lord hath utterly separated me from his people.
What does that mean?
The Lord is, don't let, and he's talking about the Ethiopian eunuch. When Isaiah 56. He's talking about the Ethiopian eunuch.
First of all, the Ethiopian eunuch is Peter, because this is talking about the stranger. The Ethiopian eunuch is Peter was this one.
Was under the
Were Israelites called eunuchs, brother?
You couldn't. Well, actually, you couldn't enter into the congregation if you was castrated.
A eunuch's not being castrated. That's the heathenistic custom of a eunuch. So you got to understand Israelite culture. In order to understand this book,
He's a captivity.
I understand that, but they didn't make you cut off your rod. You could not have sex. Guess who else was a eunuch? Christ. Guess who else was a eunuch? Guess who else was a eunuch? But did Christ have a baby? Did Christ have sex? Then he was a eunuch. What about Paul? Was Paul have a baby?
No, Paul was eunuch.
Read. Hold on. When it says, because this is why you got to read slow. A lot of people, no disrespect, they don't have the complete reading comprehension of when they read the Bible because you have a doctrine in your mind already. So when you read the Bible with that doctrine in your mind already, you're going to see it. That's what Christians do, right? But we're going to show you what this is talking about. Read it again. We ain't Christians, brother. We Israelites. We Israelites.
Yeah, I know,
Christianity's a lie. Read.
Neither let the son of the stranger that hath joined himself to the Lord speak, saying.
What is the word for stranger here? Yes, I got you. I'm gonna break it all down. Listen, be quiet. I'm talking to the brother. Don't be rude. You're being rude to him.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's all. So, when it's the word for stranger, what is it here? It's nakar in the Hebrew. Nakar meaning heathendom. So it's people that are practicing after heathen traditions. When you get ban nakar in the Hebrew, like when you go back to Exodus chapter 12, and the people that couldn't come into the congregation of eating the lamb for Passover, that's ban nakar. You should look this stuff up. Ban nakar meaning the sons of the heathen. You understand? So, 2nd Esdras chapter 2 verse 33. Nope. I'm giving understanding. What did David say? Through thy precepts I gain understanding. Right? Alright.
he likes it.
You ain't never dealt with Israelites like this, huh?
Now, brothers been studying pretty well studied.
All praises.
2nd Esdras chapter 2 and verse 33.
Get out.
I, Esdras, received a charge from the Lord upon Mount Oreb, that I should go unto Israel.
That's not going to who?
Go unto Israel.
That's not going to who?
Unto Israel.
Read.
But when I came unto them, they set me at naught,
Set me at naught. They said, get the hell out of here. Read.
and despised the commandment of the Lord.
Despise the commandment of the Lord. Get Ezekiel 14 and 5. Get.
And therefore I say unto ye, O ye heathen,
Oh ye what?
O ye heathen,
Oh ye what?
O ye heathen.
Who is he calling heathen? He was calling the Israelites heathens. That's the context. Read it again for him.
I, Esdras, received a charge of the Lord
Receiving a charge of the Lord. Okay?
upon Mount Oreb, that I should go unto Israel.
So he went on to Israel, right? Go ahead.
But when I came unto them,
But when he came onto them, go
they
ahead.
set me at naught,
So they set him at naught. Get out of here.
and despised the commandment of the
And they
Lord.
didn't want to keep the commandments of God. Go ahead.
And therefore I say unto you,
Go ahead.
O ye heathen,
Oh ye heathen. He's talking to the children of Israel. Oh ye heathen. Go ahead.
that hear and understand,
That hear and understand. Go ahead.
look for your shepherd,
Your shepherd. Who's that shepherd? Christ. Right? We could just say Christ, right?
he shall give you an everlasting rest.
Understand that? Get Isaiah 65 and 15. We're going to read. Oh, you got that, right? Read that.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 14 and verse 5.
So remember, they didn't keep the laws. They were called heathens, right? Read.
That I may take the house of Israel,
That I might what?
that I may take the house of Israel
Go ahead.
in their own heart,
Go ahead.
because they are all estranged.
They are what?
They are all estranged.
They are what?
They are
Look
all
at the foot. Look at the foot.
estranged.
Don't film his face. Just film the foot. Film the foot. He was like that. He said, "Dang, that's a good one." Go ahead.
They are all estranged from me through their idols.
Through their what?
Through their idols.
You understand it? Don't take it slow with you, brother. All right? Read that. Look at the foot. Look at the foot. He said, "Damn." He said, "Damn, this boy getting me, boy." Go ahead.
This Isaiah chapter 65 verse 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord shall slay for a curse unto my chosen. Isaiah 65.
Isaiah 65 and 15. Okay?
And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord God shall slay thee and call his servants by another name.
So what?
Call his servants by another name.
Who's his servants?
Those that keep the commandments have the testimony of his son. The saints.
Which are Israelites, right?
Or Israelites.
Let's go to the same book, Isaiah 45 and 4. Be honest, brother.
that particular place.
Let the Bible. Oh, not. I like this guy. I like this guy. Come on, brother. You gotta let the Bible answer. The Bible. Listen. What does 1 Peter 4:11 say? I speak of the oracles of God. If any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. So we just reading. Good.
This Isaiah chapter 45, verse 4. I form the light and create
No, 45 and 4. You good, Ak.
for Jacob my servant's sake.
Jacob, my what?
Jacob my servant's sake.
Jacob, my what?
Jacob my servant's sake.
Read. I like this guy.
And Israel mine elect.
Israel, mine what?
Israel mine elect.
Israel, mine elect. Go ahead.
I have even called thee by thy name.
But then the Lord said, since you had my name as a curse, I'm going to call you by another name. What were those other names he called them by? Greeks, Gentiles, Scythians, barbarians, Medes. Especially when you go into history. If I take your number down after this, I want you to buy a book. Not expensive. And it's a book called The Post Names of the Captivity of Israel. So when you look up this book, it goes into an in-depth history of different names that the children of Israel were listed under after their variety of captivities. You understand that, brother? I'm gonna send it to you. I might be butchering the name, but it's something like that. Post names of the captivities of Israel. See if you find it, real quick. Hold that. Yeah, matter of fact, 15. You might have that written down. You got it? Did you find it? Did you find it?
Okay, I know I wrote it down.
You wrote it down? Oh, if anything, like I said, I want to take your number down, man. You got to come to class or something. 15. Second Chronicles. How you doing, brother?
Fine, how y'all?
All praises.
Verse 9.
Yeah. You ready?
This is 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 9. And he gathered all Judah and Benjamin and the strangers with them out of Ephraim.
Out of what?
Out of Ephraim.
Out of what?
Out of Ephraim.
Go ahead. I fucking like this guy. This is Second Chronicles 15 and 9. Remember that commercial? Quicker than that, brother. You gotta be quicker than that. Yeah.
And he gathered all Judah and Benjamin out of the strangers with them out of Ephraim and Manasseh and out of Simeon.
Israelites called strangers, brother. Go back to Isaiah 56 now. Okay. Read.
Isaiah chapter 56, verse 3. Neither let the son of the stranger that hath joined himself to the Lord speak, saying, the Lord hath utterly separated me from his people.
How can you be separated from something you were never a part of? Want me to say that again? How can you be separated from something you were never a part of? Hosea 1 and 10. Yeah, Hosea 1 and 10. You know this one, right? Hosea 1 and 10, you know this one? Yeah? But start at 9. I believe you start at 9, right? Start at 9.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Start at 9.
Verse 9. Then said God, call his name, Lo am I, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your God. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall
There goes that innumerable multitude again, but anyway, go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living
And
God.
that's also in Romans chapter 9, verse 23 on down, showing that those Gentiles there are what? Israelites. Right? So the people that were separated from the Lord were other Israelites that were estranged from idols. They were not keeping the commandments of God. So they got casted off. Get Ezekiel 11 and 15. Somebody get that.
Can I ask a question when you get a chance?
I got you, brother. 1 second, all right? Thank you for being patient. Ezekiel 11 and 15.
No. Not food. Nothing. Yeah.
There's more, is there more
You
water in
don't
there?
sweat, you're in trouble. Yeah. That's your body defense mechanism.
I got you. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 11 and verse.
No, I'm fine.
Sure?
Oh, yeah.
You want one, brother?
You sure?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
It's all right, man.
No. I always sweat.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 11 and verse 15. Son of man, thy brethren, even thy brethren, the men of thy kindred, and all the house of Israel, holy.
So, all the house of Israel holy. So the entire house of Israel, because it's W-H-O-L-L-Y, like holy. Right, brother?
Are they unto whom the inhabitants of Jerusalem have said?
So the inhabitants of Jerusalem are saying this to the people outside of the land. Read.
Get you far from the Lord.
Get you what?
Get you far from the Lord.
Go ahead.
Unto us is the land given in possession.
See that? So the Jews was telling this to all of the other Israelites outside of the land that were not keeping God's commandments. Like, yo, you cast away. You understand? Back to Isaiah 56.
It's Isaiah chapter 56, verse 3. Neither let the son of the stranger that hath joined himself to the Lord speak, saying, the Lord hath utterly separated me from his people. Shlaka, from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree.
Why did he say, behold, I am a dry tree? Well, he wasn't castrated, but he wasn't able to have children. You understand? That's why you gotta get up on some history books. So he wasn't able to have children, either by choice or not by free will. Or it could be it's because he's impotent. He's not able to have children. You understand that? So being a dry tree, meaning he can't pass down an inheritance because he can't have children. You understand? Yeah.
Verse 4. For thus said the Lord unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths.
That keep my what?
That keep my Sabbaths.
That keep my what?
That keep my Sabbath.
Who was the sanctioned Sabbath to? Who was the sanctioned Sabbath to? I mean, who was the Sabbath sanctioned to? Get that in?
That scripture I was going to ask about when he said, right there in the land of their captivity, right there it was said they were not my people. It's going to be told they are my people. This is the land we're talking about. Yeah, this is the land.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So
This is
when he said
Exodus
it,
chapter 31,
I wasn't
verse
sure
16.
the interpretation came
Wherefore,
across.
the children of Israel
If they
shall
don't
keep the
specify,
Sabbath
they would
to
think it's
observe
back
the
then.
Sabbath
No,
throughout
right
the
here,
generations for a
what told
perpetual
you're not.
covenant.
For what?
Now,
For
by
a
the movies,
perpetual
TV,
covenant.
radio,
Ezekiel 20 and 12.
Paintings, right here, it would say we are not, but at some point, it's going to be told we are. So 12 tribes. The last two, Judah, Benjamin, 10 kings of Syrian captivity over here.
This is
Yeah. I was just going to make sure that was.
Yeah, 1 second, brother. 1 second, because we got the camera there. So,
I'm sorry.
You good, brother? Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 12. Moreover, also I gave them my Sabbaths to be a sign between me and them.
The sign between who and who? Who's them? Right? So, who's going to keep the Sabbaths? But 2nd Ezra 3 and 36 says, Israel have kept my precepts, but not the heathen. Isaiah 63 and 19 says, I bear rule over them, but not the heathen.
Do you believe that Timothy's father was a
Why are you jumping? We not in Isaiah 56 no more. Right? Go ahead. Don't jump, brother. Let's stick to the point. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 12.
Hold on. 20 and 16. Watch this.
20, verse 16. Because they despise my judgments.
Because they what?
Despise my judgments.
Because they what?
Despise my judgments. And walk not in my statutes, but polluted my Sabbaths.
What?
But polluted my Sabbaths. For their heart went after their idols.
Isaiah 56 and 1. Got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 56, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, keep ye judgments.
Keep ye what?
Keep ye judgments.
Keep ye what?
Keep ye judgments.
Go ahead.
And do justice. For my salvation is near to come.
My salvation is what?
Near to come.
What's salvation for? For the righteous of Israel. Who's the sons of God, brother? Don't go there. Who's the sons of God? The Israelites, brother. Only the Israelites keep the commandments.
Israelite first, yes.
No, only the Israelites keep the commandments, brother. Read that.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, and verse 1. Hear the word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Oh, what?
O children of Israel,
ahead.
against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only,
You what?
you only,
You what?
you only
Read.
have I known of all the families of the earth.
You agree?
I agree with that.
Okay. You want to keep going through Isaiah 56? It's going to get worse as you read down. You know that, right?
Well, enjoy the teaching. They'll take care.
All right, brother. You got a flyer? You got a flyer? Get this man a flyer.
Behind you, Meyer.
All right.
Yeah, I'm with the great stay everything.
All right, beloved.
Verse what?
Verse 4.
Verse 4. For thus saith the Lord unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbath,
What?
that keep my Sabbath,
Remember, who were the Sabbaths given to for a covenant? Read.
and true.
Because they're returning. You understand that? This is talking about people who went off and are being allowed to return. You understand that? That's why Ezekiel 11 and 15 said the children of Israel of the land was telling the people outside of the land, get you away from God, man. But what did Christ have to do? Break down the enmity. You understand? Break down that brotherly beef, that middle wall of partition that was between the houses of Israel. You understand? Isaiah 56. Okay? Yep. No, verse 5. No, verse 4, you're right.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 56, verse 4. For thus saith the Lord unto the eunuchs that keep my Sabbaths, and choose the things that please me, and take hold of my covenant, even unto them will I give in my house and within my walls a place and a name better than the sons and of daughters.
What does that mean?
It's pretty verbatim.
What does it mean?
The eunuchs will get a better place in this kingdom.
A better name than sons of daughters. What does that mean?
Drafting them in.
No. Well, yes, but it's not a heathen. What he's saying is better than sons and daughters is because he couldn't have an inheritance. So he's getting a name that will be everlasting. Because anybody who has children has an inheritance to pass down. So their name passes down to their children through their inheritance. He can't pass down an inheritance. So the Lord is speaking poetically. It's honestly, it's the old English that trips a lot of people up. So when he said a name better than sons of daughters, it's better than a people that can pass down an inheritance. You understand that? Read.
I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off.
See? That's not going to be cut off because they can't pass down their name. So in a eunuch's world, his name's going to be cut off, right? Because he can't. If my last name is Johnson, let's just say, I don't have any sons, my name gets cut off. You understand that? That's what the Lord is saying here. You understand? Okay?
Verse 6. Also, the sons of the stranger that join themselves to the Lord to serve him and to love the name of the Lord, to be his servants.
Be his what?
To be his servants.
To be his what?
To be his servants.
Who are the servants?
That's the service I'm talking about.
Yeah. Who are the servants?
The other nation.
No. No, brother. Yo, get Isaiah 1 and 27. You can't eisegete. That's what the Christians say, right? You can't eisegete, brother. Right? You watch a lot of vocab Malone or something? I can't stand that cracker. Did I read that?
You say Isaiah
1 and 27.
Let's try it.
He's devil. That dude is a devil, man. Who you watch?
Read day and night.
Alright.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 27. Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts,
And her what?
and her converts
Ahead.
with righteousness.
What does that mean? What does the word convert mean?
Convert is convert a heathen that becomes and takes on our customs, or one that forgot.
No.
An Israelite comes back to the home.
The Hebrew word is shawab, which means return. How can you return to something you never had? Just like I was cut off from the people. How can you be cut off from something you never were a part of? No, you're thinking of the English type of words today, colloquially. This is the King James. So you gotta understand the old English, the King's English. Then even better than that, you gotta understand the Hebrew. You speak Hebrew? Okay, that's honest. You gotta understand the Hebrew, brother. You see how I knew it off the top of my head? I don't even gotta look it up. It's shawab, which means to return. So they're returning back to the Lord. You understand? And how can a young man then cleanse his ways? The law of the law is perfect, converting the soul. Who keeps the laws of God? For Israel has kept thy precepts, but the heathen have not. That's the Bible, brother. We read that. Why you keep going against it? No, you're right. 2/3 getting cut off. But all the heathen is wicked. Thus saith the Lord. You understand that? You still in Isaiah? Read.
Verse 6, into verse 6. And to love the name of the Lord, to be his servants, everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and taketh hold of my covenant.
Polluting it and taking hold of the covenant. What covenant is this talking about? It's talking about the new covenant, brother. Because when you go on the top, it's talking about salvation. So contextually speaking, this is prophetic, speaking upon Christ. That's why when you keep reading down, it's talking about people who are robbing and being greedy. Those are the Pharisees and the Sadducees. That's what this is talking about. So the covenant, the new covenant is given unto who?
Come on, brother. What, so you didn't answer the question about Timothy. Yeah. He's a Greek, right?
See how you running?
No,
Come on, brother. We gonna answer it.
I don't want to forget.
All right. So after this, I go to your question. That's cool. But first, we're gonna talk about who the covenant is for. Read.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, and verse 8.
Is this the New Testament?
For finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Who's the new covenant for? See how you're not yielding to the Bible. All right. Timothy's father was a Greek, right? He was an Israelite. Get 1 Maccabees chapter 4. Huh? I could prove this. Get 1 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 15. You get Romans chapter 16, verse 21.
Acts 16:1. Throw in Acts 16:1.
You can throw in the Grecians. Yeah, I know. But we don't gotta go there because we both understand that. Right? Read.
It's the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4. What you want to do? Verse what? Verse 15.
Second, my bad, second. I did say first. My bad. As soon as I looked at the page, I was like, nah, second. I did say first. Salakia.
It's the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 15. Not setting by the honors of their fathers, but liking the glory of the Grecians best of all.
Liking the what?
The glory of the Grecians best of all.
Okay, go to 6. 2 Maccabees 6. You got it highlighted. Go right to 6.
It's the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful.
Neither was it what?
Neither was it lawful.
Neither was it what?
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself.
Or to what?
To profess himself
Go ahead.
at all to be a Jew.
So were there Israelites that called themselves Greeks? And were there Israelites that followed after the custom of the heathen? There's primarily 3 words for the name for the word Greek in the Greek in the New Testament. You know what they are? It's Hellenos, Helen, and Hellenistes. Hellenistes is a Greek-speaking Jew, meaning it's a Jew that speaks Greek, doesn't know Hebrew, but he keeps the laws. Then you got a Helen or a Hellenas or a Hellenist, right? Because Hellenos, male, Hellenist, female, anyway. Those are people who are keeping Greek customs. You understand? You got it?
It's the book of Romans, chapter 16,
This is the end all be all, brother.
verse 21.
Get out.
Timotheus,
Tim of who?
Timotheus,
Tim of who?
Timotheus,
Which is Timothy. Go ahead.
my work fellow,
Look at his face. Look at his face. Go ahead.
and Lucius, and Jason, and Sosipater, my kinsman,
My what?
my kinsman,
My what?
my kinsman.
Nah. No. Kingsman in the Greek there literally means blood descendants. Romans 9. Romans 9 and 4.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 4. Who are Israelites?
Hold on. Start at verse 3. My bad.
Book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen.
My what?
My kinsmen.
My what?
My kinsmen.
Go ahead.
According to the flesh.
According to the Spirit.
According to the flesh.
No, we all converts and could just hold hands and become one with Christ.
According to the flesh.
Read.
Who are Israelites?
Who are what?
Who are Israelites?
That sign that you don't believe in, but you will soon. Go ahead.
To whom pertaineth the adoption
Uh-huh.
and the glory
Uh-huh.
and the covenants
Uh-huh.
and the giving of the law.
So the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the services of God,
And the service of God and the promises.
the promises. Ain't the kingdom of heaven a promise? Go ahead.
Whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh,
Concerning the what?
the flesh, Christ came.
See that? I'll give you one more question, brother, because we got to start going.
I appreciate it, man. I enjoyed this, man.
Did you learn today?
Definitely.
Did you change your mind?
About some things, sure.
So the heathens is they ain't equal to us, right?
Well, he was going to go anyway. I'm talking about specifically those.
Nobody, no heathen keeps the commandments.
I've witnessed that in my life.
You haven't. You haven't. You was with them 24/7?
Can't speak to it.
The Bible says what it says. It says Israel. Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
What?
And none else.
Need I say more? What shall we say then, brother? Come on, bro. Just come home.
Hello. How you doing? You look at me in dismay. You're gonna say how I'm doing back. I'm just gonna say this. Please pray for her. That's it. You don't gotta worry about me. Just pray for her.
All right.
Preach this thing's good. Good. Pray for her. Simple. Done.
Hey, you know any curses?
Huh?
You know any curses?
I send up a
Gotta
curse
learn
right
them
now
shits.
in the
Gotta
Hebrew,
learn
brother.
them.
I send up a curse right now in the Hebrew. Are you good, brother? What's that?
So it's a connection between homosexuality and masculinity.
Oh, good looks. Nah, good luck, because I read a lot, brother.